Welcome to my 2022 home office tour. Today I'm going to be taking you on a tour of my home office so that you can see some of the items that I've incorporated into my office to make operating as a solopreneur much more efficient for me. Let's get right to it. Okay, so we are heading into my office. I am going to give you a tour so that you can see where I end up doing my work. So on this side of my desk, I have a cabinet, for lack of a better term, a little cubby hole type thing. And here I have a variety of books. And these are some of the books that I tend to refer to pretty regularly. This is just a small selection of the number of books that I have. And I use these books sometimes when I'm just needing to look something up or there's something I want to remember. And these are books that I go back to quite often. Also, over here, I have some awards that I've won in at previous points in my life. And of course, my sign that says boss, which I absolutely love. On the floor, I actually have my printer. And the reason my printer is on the floor is I just don't tend to use it very often. Most of the items that I need to use, I can just save as a PDF and keep them on my desktop or somewhere in the cloud. Also, the next thing that I have over here would be my Bluetooth speaker. Now, this is something I use pretty often. It has great sound. It's a Harman Kardon speaker, and I love using this when I want to listen to, let's say, a podcast, or if I'm listening to an audio book, or if I just want better sound quality coming from either my phone or from my laptop computer. I'll link to that as well. Great sound quality, and it's rechargeable, of course, and easy to use. All right, next, as we move around, I have some of my favorite quotes that I have on wall. They're just framed, and you can see this one says, "Don't tell people your dreams, show them." So that was something that really spoke to me, and I wanted to make sure I had that framed and up. I believe I purchased this at the store called At Home. The next thing is just an abstract piece of art. And I bought this because I really love the colors in it. This was also something that I purchased at the store called At Home. As a matter of fact, I think almost all of the artwork that you'll see came from that same store. Here's another couple of quotes that I have over here. This one says, "Be fearless in the pursuit of what sets your soul on fire." And then the next one over here is one that I just truly live by, which says, "She believed she could, so she did." So that's those are some of the quotes that I have on the back. Now, as I move back around, I'm going to show you my desk here. And so on the corner of my desk, you're going to see I actually have a Blue Yeti microphone. I don't tend to use that when I am recording YouTube videos because the sound picks everything up from all directions. So I use that in the upcoming podcast that I'm actually developing. So it's much better. I take it actually, believe it or not, into my closet and record my podcast in the closet there. All right, the next thing I have is my monitor. This is just an exterior monitor that I use. I use this in conjunction with my laptop whenever I want to have just an additional screen, or if I want to have, if I'm doing like something where I'm using Restream and I need a second screen, it's always easier to have that. The next thing that you're going to see here is my laptop sitting on my desk there. And also, you'll see my exterior keyboard that I use. And if you'll notice, my laptop is actually sitting on a stand. So what that allows me to do is to have my laptop screen at eye level. I was starting to experience some tech neck issues, And so I wanted to make sure that I raised the laptop so I wasn't constantly hunching over and causing pain. Also on my desk here, you'll see that I have kind of an oversized mouse pad. And so that way I don't have to worry about my mouse kind of getting stuck because I do have a solid wood desk. And sometimes if you don't have a mouse pad, it just doesn't move as easily as if you are using a mouse pad. All right, the next thing that I have on my desk or near my desk here would be just a couple of chairs. So when I do have people who I'm working with or doing something with, they have a place to sit. Purchased those at Ross, I believe. And then I just purchased some pillow covers that went over some existing pillows that I had. I bought those at Amazon, so I'll link to those. I also have in my office my television just so when I'm, needing a break or if I'm watching YouTube videos and I want to project to that, it's a little easier to do that. All right, now I'm going to move over and show you one of the other quotes that I have on the wall. And this one says, "Don't quit your daydream." So definitely love that. Have my office lamp, which I use that a lot. And that I actually purchased from Target, if I believe that's correct. And then the last picture that I do have in my office, this one also came from At Home. All right. And then as we move over, I have on my wall here a whiteboard. And so that whiteboard just gives me an opportunity to just write out things that if I want to remember something, I can, or refer back to something, it's just easier to kind of get it written out there. And then the last thing would just be my chair. And I wanted something that was comfortable but stylish. And so this is something that I actually purchased from Amazon. Amazon is at my house quite a bit because I'm not a big shopper, meaning going to a store to do some shopping, but I'm really good online and having Amazon show up. So that is definitely something that I have as well. One other thing that I forgot to mention that I have, which really comes in handy, is a stand for my iPad. And so this stand allows me to have my iPad in view when I need it. So for example, if I am doing something where I am, teaching or my notes for my YouTube videos, all of those allow me to sit my iPad up where it's easy for me to see. And so that stand allows me to do that. So that also came from Amazon. So I'll make sure to link to that as well. So there you have it, my 2022 home office. Now next year I'm going to be adding some things to it to make it even more efficient, but also a little bit more stylish as well. I'll be sure to keep you updated as to when that video is going to drop. In the meantime, if you're looking for some tools, business tools to help you be more efficient in operating your business, you'll want to check out this video next. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in that next video.